The iceberg, dubbed A76, is more than 40 times the size of Paris, or about 73 times as big as Manhattan, making it the largest currently afloat. It was first spotted by scientists at the British Antarctic Survey and confirmed by the U.S. National Ice Center using images taken by the European Space Agency's Sentinel-1 Ampere satellite. Mark Drinkwater, a senior scientist at the space agency, said that while icebergs regularly calve from Antarctic ice shelves, the region where A76 broke off had seen relatively little change in recent decades. It's become a poster child, obviously, and there'll be a lot of attention on it, he said of the 4,320 square kilometer 1,668 square mile floating island of ice. A76 will eventually escape from the Weddell Sea around Antarctica and drift into the South Atlantic, but that journey could take years, Drinkwater said. We've seen icebergs that can last up to 18 years that have been tracked around Antarctica if they remain in relatively cold waters, he said. But it's likely that once this thing gets ejected from the Weddell Sea out into the South Atlantic, it'll disintegrate fairly quickly. The even larger iceberg A68 that calved from Antarctica's Larsen Sea ice shelf in 2017 disappeared by early this year. Drinkwater said satellites have helped scientists keep track of the changes happening on the vast, but largely uninhabited continent that would otherwise go unnoticed. The continent that everybody thinks of as a benign, frozen part of the world that never changes is actually very dynamic, he said, adding that increasing calving activity in parts of Antarctica monitored from space over the past 30 years can be attributed to climate change. Antarctic ice shelves regularly lose large chunks to the sea, even as fresh ice forms inland, a process that Drinkwater compared to a bank account that's continually being paid into and withdrawn from. Parts of Antarctica are in arrears, and that's largely a consequence of increase in temperature or large, calving events that have removed ice and destabilized the ice shelves themselves, he said. Climate is responsible for these changes. And over the longer term, of course, it will have wide-ranging impacts in different locations around Antarctica.